Hey! Oh, I got the puppies here. I got the you're a sweet little girl. Hi, buddy. Come on, get in the picture. It's a family photo. All right. Guess what? T-minus 23. That's 23 days until I officially retire from the corporate world. And I will say I'm getting a little bit more excited. 23 days is not very far. It's interesting because I put out my goodbye email to my coworkers yesterday, and quite a few people have reached out to me, want to talk to me, and I think a lot of people are kind of looking for a magic bullet or magic number or something to figure out their retirement strategy. And the best I can tell them is everybody's different. There's not a tool that does everything that you want. It's kind of a thing that you have to figure out on your own and plan. There's a lot of work that goes into retirement. And just got off the phone with one of my coworkers who I highly respect. And he was talking, like he asked me a bunch of serious questions and stuff. I think he might have been into the retirement planning a lot later than I have been. But he asked me some questions. Okay, so if this, and this, then, would you still retire? I'm like, without a doubt, I would still retire. There's not much of anything. I would still retire. I'm at the point now where I can actually retire and not have to worry about it. So that's what we did, So I sent out my official notice to my company Monday. It said my last day was going to be the end of the month. That's why I'm talking about it now on the YouTube, on the interwebs here, to sharing that out. And yesterday I put out my goodbye letter to everybody, and I've been going through some of my checklist for leaving the company and preparing and making sure I got my final stuff that I need for my company or benefits or whatever by the end of the month. What else we got? There's a lot that goes into it. I'm spending a little bit of time here and there building a document. I have a big old book, or two books, that I've used for retirement planning. And a lot of it has just been questions I've asked to, I guess, mentally get me in the headspace, figured out what assets and liabilities I've had, financial planning information from blogs and articles and podcasts and discussion groups and just a lot of information in there. And they took all this information and come up with a plan, and that's where I'm at today. It's a lot of discussion, and I think I'll make a series of videos. I'll go into it a little bit deeper because I'm not looking to make money off of this. I am looking to share the information. If it helps people, that's going to be awesome. So I will have some series, and we'll be talking about this book I created. It's nothing magical. It's just something that's helped me. Like I said, I'm not a financial guy. I'm not a financial advisor, and can't recommend anything. Will not recommend anything. But this is a book that I created that helped me determine that I could retire. So I think without it, I'd still be working and not even thinking about retirement, even though I could. So I figured, what? I'll do a short video, every day up to my retirement. I'm going to talk about two things. One thing I'm not going to miss, not a day in my life after I retire, and one thing I will miss probably every day. And the first thing, yesterday I talked about not doing time cards. That's still the number one thing. I will not miss that. The number of times having a nightmare, dead of night. I hate time cards. Just not sure if you ever did it. That was just the worst. The second thing that causes a lot of stress, and maybe this is more technical people or people that don't like to brag about themselves, performance. Writing my own performance. Write my own performance for you. There is nothing worse about somebody that I don't want to have to sit here and tell you that, hey, I accomplished these things. Yay. I met all these metrics, and look at me, I'm so great and wonderful, and stack rank me against a bunch of other people. I don't know. To me, I'm doing my job. You're paying me to do a job. Let me do my job. I don't want to have to do this weird stuff where I have to ask for feedback from my peers. My peers, if they give me feedback, that's great. I think it's very, very important to give feedback to your peers. Let them know that they did good a job, or hey, you struggle with this, maybe try this. Constructive feedback. I have no problem. Love it. I just don't want to write a performance review on myself. I've been doing this for 12 years. Every few months, we're updating our performance review. Oh, it's the worst. And anybody that does performance reviews, like my last company, I used to have to write reviews for people that worked for me. I enjoyed that less, but I was more efficient at that than writing a performance for myself. And it's not easy. I mean, there's some people that it's easy for them. They're all into it. It's not me. But moving on, the number one thing I will miss more than anything, working with the company, and I'll say that where I work, towards the end of the month, for anybody that's curious, community. I have been really big into the company's community, public and corporate community, since day one. I've been kind of drug into it. I was a technical leader, or technical lead. I've been putting leads and SMEs, experts positions. I've built a community where every week, like-minded people in the same field, I guess, come together, and we all have like a little open office hour call, and we have this open discussion on helping one another solve problems, technical problems, customer problems, educate people how to do something, show people. It's this group mentorship where we're all the same. We're all smart in one area or another area. We all have stuff that we can contribute to. Can't even say the word salad. We can contribute to. And this community just kind of picked up, and every Friday we have this call. And I love it. This is one of my favorite things. I've done diversity and inclusion. I've learned so much with diversity and inclusion. And I think in the beginning I was very, very hesitant. I think, I know doing it for all these years that I've learned quite a bit. It has actually opened up my mind, made me more aware of a lot of different things. You think differently. You see things and have a different perspective on things. And it is very, very eye-opening. A lot of it is still, I don't know. But it's good. It's got its place. And I think anybody that goes down that road should have an open mind and learn from it. It's great that you're Joe, all Joe Blow or whatever, about something, about a certain aspect of diversity and inclusion. That's great, whatever that is. But learn from everything else, and it definitely will open your eyes. So that, and I've a bunch of other community stuff. I've always been big in teaching, and sharing is caring is my motto, my creed. From day one, sharing is caring. Anybody that knows me will tell you, I like saying sharing, caring. I like sharing. I like collaborating with my folks. I don't think I'm the smartest guy in the room. I tend to think I'm the dumbest guy in the room. I like to listen. I like to evaluate, and then I'll give you my feedback. And I've learned quite a bit with everybody in my community. In the last 12 plus years, I've learned a lot from everybody, and I highly respect all my friends and family at this company. And even the previous company, I've